Writing paper, O-level English 1123, specimen paper 2024. And in writing paper, we are trying to solve actually um, writing paper section B, yes. So in section B, we have composition or creative writing. We have already discussed in the previous video question number 2 and 3 based on descriptive writing. Let's now see the solution of question number 4 and 5. Two topics, two questions for narrative writing. So write a story in which something unexpected happens at an important school event. So you have to write here almost a story, an event. So in narrative writing, there it involves some story, some characters. It can be first person narrative or it can be third person narration that you can use. So these type of tricky questions you must carefully examine first the question itself. Write a story in which something unexpected happens at an important school event. So you have to do good brainstorming to think an unexpected event that can happen at any important school event. What type of school events are there, like sport event, like any academic event? So you can think about it in your mind. The annual school talent show was always the highlight of the year. Students had been preparing for weeks, perfecting their routines from singing and dancing to magic tricks and comedy sketches. I had been chosen as the host for this year's event, a role I was both excited and nervous about. So it's first person narration is there in narrative writing. You can add for your own feelings and emotions. For this, you can watch our other video on feeling vocabulary, how to describe your feeling, and there are also example expressions as well that how you can well describe your feelings. I was both excited and nervous about everything had to go smoothly. The auditorium was packed with parents, teachers, and students, all eagerly waiting for the show to begin. The first few acts went off without a hitch. The audience clapped and cheered after each performance, and I felt my confidence growing as I introduced each new act. But just as I was about to announce the next performer, a loud crash echoed from behind the curtains. My heart skipped a beat. I quickly glanced backstage and saw chaos. One of the sets quickly One of the sets had collapsed, knocking over a table full of props. The next performer, a magician, looked pale with shock. His carefully organized props were scattered across the floor. Panic tried to stall, making small talk with the audience as a group of students rushed to clean up the mess. But the unexpected disruption seemed to drag on, and I could feel the tension in the room building. People started shifting uncomfortably in their seats, murmurs of confusion rippling through the crowd. I knew I had to think of something fast. Suddenly, an idea struck me. I grabbed the microphone and, with a playful grin, announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing a bit of backstage magic here. Looks like the magician's powers are so strong, even the set couldn't handle it." The audience chuckled, and the tension eased. I continued, "While we wait for everything to get sorted out, how about a quick audience participation game?" To my relief, the audience responded enthusiastically, and soon I had a group of volunteers on stage engaging in a fun, impromptu game that had everyone laughing. By the time the stage was ready again, the atmosphere had lightened considerably, and the show continued without further incident. So you can see he had added minor details about how it happened and how he engaged the audience when some unexpected thing happened at this talent show event with the magician. Later, I realized that the unexpected event, while stressful in the moment, had actually brought the audience closer together. It became a part of the night's charm, a story that people would remember long after the talent show was over. So you can say a very beautiful ending, like a reflection, as you can see in the narrative writing at the end of the story. He has concluded well, giving how people will remember all this, what happened, and he's actually giving you the impact, the outcome of how all this happened, the story, how it ends. So you have to give a good conclusion, closing paragraph in your narrative writing, like other type of writing as well. Then there is question number 5. Write a story that includes the sentence, "When I saw the photograph, the memories came rushing back." So, when they say the story should include this sentence, you can either begin with this sentence, or this sentence may be found in any way between your paragraphs and sentences in the story at any moment of the story. Let's see the solution for this question. When I saw the photograph, the memories came rushing back. It was a simple picture tucked away in the corner of an old album. I had not opened it in years. The edges were frayed and the colors had faded slightly, but there was no mistaking the scene it captured. A group of friends sitting around a campfire, their faces lit up with joy and laughter. I was in the center of the group, grinning from ear to ear. It had been ticking during our last summer together before everything changed. We had spent the entire week camping by the lake, swimming during the day and sitting by the fire at night, sharing stories and making plans for the future. At that time, we were inseparable. We promised we would always stay in touch, that nothing could ever come between us. So narrative writing or descriptive writing is very much like creative or literary writing that involves a lot of your imagination power as well. But as the years passed, life had other plans. So this is a bit literary sentence when you use life had other plans. College, jobs, and new relationships pulled us in different directions. We still kept in contact for a while, but the calls became less frequent, and soon enough we drifted apart. I had not thought about those days in a long time until I found that photograph. So, how the story is relating it back, the narration is relating it back to the when I saw the photograph, that part. Looking at it now, I felt a bittersweet mixture of happiness and longing. The memories of those carefree days were still vivid, but they were tinged with the knowledge of how much had changed since then. I wondered where everyone was now, what they were doing, and if they ever thought about those summer nights by the lake. I couldn't help but feel a pang of regret for letting those friendships slip away. So I couldn't help but. This is also a grammatical structure that the narrator has used. So you can apply certain other structures as well to avoid repetitive grammatical structures, to show that you have a wide range of grammatical structures. For this, you need to continuously keep improving and revising your knowledge of grammar. You can also join our online grammar classes if you want to have this skill in you. But as I sat there holding the photograph, I realized that those memories were a part of me, no matter how much time had passed. And maybe, just maybe, it was not too late to reach out and reconnect with the people who had once meant so much to me. With that thought, I picked up my phone and dialed a number I had not called in years. So, hopefully, this was really enjoyable attempting these two narrative writing questions and two from descriptive writing. But keep it in your mind, out of these four, in your exam, O level English 1123, you just have to attempt one question out of these four against 25 marks. You can share your feedback your comments, your reviews in the comment section below. And if you want us to solve any other paper for you, you can share your feedback or reviews in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.